up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, presented by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs, RK Motorsports Consulting. I'm David.
What's up, y'all? I'm Sterling. How y'all doing? Can you hear me good?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I appreciate
I
it.
can hear you, even though I got one ear on them.
Been having technical difficulties over here, so I appreciate
You can't hear?
Well, I'm trying to hear the qualifying draw for the snowball at the same time. So
well, you might want to do the one ear function.
I might have to do the one ear.
Oh.
I have to one ear it.
Well, cool. What's been going on this week?
It's been cold, man. It feels like it's. I feel like we're up in Ohio or something.
Apparently. Kale, take your weather back. We don't want it no more.
We don't want it no more. Why is it down here for?
Take it back. Take it back.
It was 27, 28 degrees, whatever it was.
It was cold. That's what it was.
Cold.
I walked outside. There was a bucket of water, and it was froze. That's cold.
That's cold. That's how you tell if it's cold or not.
Yes.
Yeah. Take your rain gauge, and if it's frozen, it's cold.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what you do. You got a weather rock sitting there. Yeah. If the rock is dry, it ain't raining. It's sunny.
That's it.
If the rock's wet, it's raining.
Yeah.
If you touch it, if it's smoking, it's real hot. If you touch it and it feel like ice, it's cold. My rock was cold.
That's our. There it is. That's how we tell. We don't watch the news, everybody.
Well, he gets it wrong every time anyway.
I don't have a weather app. I just have a rock sitting outside.
That's all you need.
He gave it away.
That's all you need. If you go outside and that rock is white, it's snowing.
Is that what that means?
That's what it means.
What if you can't find your rock? It snowed a lot.
It's windy.
Yeah. Oh, it's been crazy though. We've had some good time this past weekend. Thanksgiving was great for everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving and ate a whole hell of a lot.
I did.
I didn't eat that much. I try not to eat that much. Kind of.
Why?
Well, I try not to. I try to watch my figure.
I don't want to hear it.
You know, got to do it.
Whatever.
But yeah, we did that. Did the whole Thanksgiving deal, and as we normally always do, we get our Christmas decorations down Thanksgiving afternoon. So we did that, and the wife and Mama and the youngins, they all got down there and did a whole bunch of decorating. My job is to get it all out of the attic and put the tree together, which takes a lot of effort, kind of. But I got that done, and that's pretty much all I do.
You did a good job.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It looks good, didn't it?
Well, you didn't do that. You didn't do that.
I set it up.
No. You brought it down.
Anyway, so I did that and had fun with that for sure, as we always do. And we had a little get together on Saturday night. Saturday, whatever.
Well, yeah.
All of our distant family, I guess you say, or whatever you want to call it. David was here and his family, and Cody, and I guess people saw the little live thing we did. Whoever saw that knows.
Yeah.
But, Stacy and his wife and her wife, sorry, and so we had a good.
Stacy and her wife. Stacy and his wife. Stacy and her wife.
Whichever.
You know,
is that right?
It could be Scott and his wife, Stacy.
Did I get it wrong twice?
You got it wrong twice.
My bad, Scott. I ain't meant to, but my bad. I can't watch qualifying, drawing, and talk at the same time, obviously. I got turned off. But anyway, so had everybody over, and we had a little smorgasbord. We did smoked wings, and we did, which we're not done, but we did,
we mess up.
Did a Boston butt.
Apparently.
And did some fried fish, and it was fun. Had a blast.
Do not season your fish completely.
Don't do a shaker rub with Old Bay.
Don't do it.
Because it's unbelievably spicy and strong.
Not like hot spicy, just like it tastes like you got 47 different spices in your mouth at one time. Not like hot, just everything all at once.
All at one time.
All the spices. All in there. The meat was good.
The meat was good. You get a burnt skin.
We're still trying some of this smoking stuff.
Smoking is very difficult. We ain't figured it all out completely yet, but
it can be difficult.
Well, it was good. We ain't got some wood though. How we did that Friday. We found some wood. We've been trying to find some good wood, and we found a good place over there next to our shop, our pound by machine, and we got us a cord and a half of wood, so we had plenty to last us a while.
A pile of wood.
Bunch of stacking we did. So we had a nice little fire Friday, Saturday. So that was cool.
Yep, definitely was. So that was cool. Let's see what I do. Thanksgiving. Well, after I left your house, left doing the podcast last week, I went straight to the lake. Spent Thanksgiving down there, and that night with my parents, and me and the wife and kids, and we came back Friday. And what we do? I came straight over here Friday, actually. That's when we went and got wood and stuff.
Yep.
And then same thing the rest of the weekend, other than Sunday.
I can't remember what I did Sunday. I
went and ate with the in-laws and then went back home.
I think I stayed home all day.
That was it. I needed another day of rest after all that.
I ain't lying. I was tired. Played cornhole for about 3 hours. I was tired.
One game.
Yeah, one daggum game last 3 hours.
All right. Me and Cody won.
Let y'all's ass win. I won the first.
Whatever.
I won the first tournament.
I didn't play it.
But I didn't play it. About you. I'm talking about me. I won the first tournament.
And I didn't play in none of it. Then when I got in, I went undefeated. Just saying.
Yeah.
I went completely undefeated. 2 games in a row. Boom.
Because I was tired. I was ready to end it. So
I
just threw it in the hole and ended it.
No, we kept throwing it in the hole when we didn't need to throw it in the hole and starting over.
It's hard to play bus, bro. Great day. Whew.
Yeah. Ugh, rough. Anyway, we had a little bit of racing action going on this past week, but what we want to get into first here. Let's I tell you what. Let's go back and let's talk about this iRacing stuff a little bit before we get into, because that's actually what I did Sunday afternoon. Went home, started filling out our iRacing entries. We're doing pretty good so far. We got about 17 entries as of tonight.
That's good, man.
That's pretty good.
A lot better than we normally have when we try to.
Yeah, I don't know why nobody wants to race with us. I think now it's because it's for money.
Escade.
Is that what it is? Escade.
That's the whole reason that they're coming on now is because of money.
Is that what it is?
I think
they see our names and it's like, we can't beat them.
Yeah,
I think it's more like they'll probably hit me and take me out.
Probably. More than likely, that's correct.
So anyway, we got some pretty good entries up and going. Few of the guys from SRI up there, they getting on with us and going race a little with us.
Yeah, got a handful of Legend Cars racers coming on with us. So Josh Deeks, Ashley Tackett, Kale. I'm sorry, Kale. I'm thinking about my son. Sorry, Kale. Cole, my son. Kale, Maben is gonna race. Levi gonna race. Anyway, I can't watch this video. I got turned off. I'm trying to wait and see
he
what
cannot multitask at all.
Well, I'm trying to do 3 things at one time.
What's the third?
I'm thinking.
Oh God, that's the scary part.
That's the third part.
So anyway, well, we before we get too far in it, we want to.
Derek's about to go draw right now.
Is Derek gonna draw?
He's about to walk upstairs.
Well, let's see what he does here.
Let's see where he goes. Oh no, they said somebody else go up there.
Somebody else.
No, they said never mind. I don't know what they're doing. They're back and forth.
Do they know
Here
what
he
they're
comes.
doing?
He's coming upstairs. He got the same boots. He wears the same boots every time I ever seen, bro.
He working. He working,
bro.
Working. I wonder sometimes if he wants to drive with them boots on.
Let's see where he qualifies.
Well, he's not qualifying. It's just
where
he
he's
goes out
starting to qualify.
Where he goes out to qualify.
20th. Rolling out 20th.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Well, there's like 100 cars there, so
Yeah, but is
top 20%.
Is early better or is later better?
I say less rubber's better, but I don't know.
I would think that, but as much practice as they're gonna have tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really gonna matter.
It's crazy.
Well, anyway, speaking of Derek, I think we're gonna try to get him on for a few races with us on our Chicken Bone Alley Winter National Series.
Yeah, he might run some of the asphalt stuff. I don't know if we're gonna get him on some dirt.
I think we ought to get him on some dirt.
I want to see him on some dirt. He'll probably whoop up on us.
Probably. Probably. Who knows? So it's anyway, we've got, like I said, got about 17 entries. Got some folks coming on there, SRI folks. Like I said, some people we have met from up in Ohio, up there, coming down. Or I say coming down. That's what's so weird about iRacing. You know, nobody travels anywhere, but I've always said, hey, they're coming down to race. No, they're just getting on a computer to race.
Well, I guess it depends on where the racetrack is, wherever they're going.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you know.
A little different on iRacing.
A little different. But it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
First night, this Sunday evening. And it's not set in completely stone yet, but I'd say around 6 o'clock. Start the server around 6 o'clock. And should be heat racing starting around 7.
Yep. Probably put us main starting about 7:20. Yeah, some 7:20 or so.
Somewhere in that ballpark. We'll see what happens. But it's going to be a little interesting, this first one, trying to get everything figured out. So everybody bear with us and make it the best we can. Well, David will, because I'm going to be trying to race and see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. But before we get too far in, I want to thank our sponsors on this. First of all, Palmetto Machine and Fabrication.
Yes, sir.
Y'all putting up some money on it, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
You're welcome. Appreciate it.
Yeah. all in the same.
All in the same.
You know, we got SRI, always helps us out. Everything, and those guys coming to run. So we appreciate them. Checkered, your social media for racing. The Race Hub, as we like to call it. They're helping us out, promoting it a good bit. So we appreciate them. And last but not least at all, FORWARDbite.
Heck yeah, man.
And let's go to phone line speaking to them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the phone now, we got the owners of FORWARDbite here with us, Mark and Cole Vanderheiden. What's going on, guys?
Oh, not much. Just out here in shiny, sunny Nebraska. How are you guys doing?
Well, we're about the same out here in, what is cold South Carolina right now.
I think we've got y'all's weather. I think I need to take it back.
Y'all can have it back.
Oh, it's only in the 20s here today, but I'm used to it. That's still shorts and hoodie weather for me.
No, you can have that.
Yeah. I don't function too good when it's that cold.
So it's been a few months since we talked here. What's been going on?
Well, we're still plugging along. Still, we've probably, what do we have? 4 or 5 different shirt designs, I guess, now since we opened in April, and just had a pretty good success with our last one. We called it a limited edition. I think I might be onto something with that. So ever since we talked, I mean, we've done a couple different shows, we've done a couple different races, and had some success here and there, and teamed up with quite a few other drivers to try to get our name out there as much as we can. Teamed up with you guys to see if we can come up with some kind of deal to help each other out and get more views and listens and help. And just a lot of things have happened, and it's just maybe not as fast as I would have wanted it when we first initially started it, but with the COVID issues, I think we're pretty successful at this point.
Yeah, we've kind of felt the same way ourselves, and but we appreciate everything. And I guess it's one of them slow and steady wins the race sometimes.
Yep, and I got with my my partners, and they kind of went over the numbers, off the website and compared it to other businesses that opened at the same time. We're right up at the top. So sometimes It takes an outside guy to come in and let you know that you're not as bad as you think you are. I mean, I didn't think we were bad, but I always thought I'd be doing this for 1,100% by now, right? Selling 100 shirts a day and just be good to go. But
there you go.
It's a long and steady process, and I got to just keep getting back to understanding. When I started this, I knew it was going to take a while, and I just got to, as long as I stay at it, we should be good. So.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. I mean, from what I see, man, everything looks great, and it really looks like you. And I know you have you got on a lot of drivers, and that's key. It seems like a lot of things is getting it out there, and it looks like you've had good support with it.
Yeah, we've had. I bet we're at. I mean, I bet we have 20 drivers that we're with that we've given codes to and tried to work with a little closer than others, and trying to spread that out across the United States, and spread it across the different classes of cars. I think when we talked last time we talked, it was a matter of our focus was to not focus on one class of car. We wanted to be able to focus on all of racing. So, I mean, if you guys even saw, yeah, we have a kid that we're working with on dirt bikes from Arizona. So it's just a matter of we got dirt bikes, we got pavement cars now, we got go karts, modifieds, sprint cars, micro sprints, just about everything you can think of, and we're still it's helping us kind of think about what we're going to do to keep pushing this, because that was the one thing we needed to do, was always keep a process, keep changing it to keep it new, so everybody understands that we don't want to get set in our ways, right away.
Definitely so, but I think as long as you keep it on Bad Addison up there, she is awesome on all social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what my partners were at. I mean, we're at the point to where every all the drivers do their social media different, and in today's day and age of social media, that's the ones you really need to hit are the ones that are always on their social media. So yeah, we've had the greatest time with Bad Addison and her family, and if you guys saw, they came out here over when was that, into September, for the Who's Your Daddy race that or the FORWARDbite Who's Your Daddy race that we sponsored out here. So that was a great weekend. Got to meet them, and we got others all over the country. And it's just amazing at their level. Just the different levels of social media presence that some of these drivers have.
Awesome. That's so awesome. Well, so you talk about, moving on. What's next for FORWARDbite? What y'all looking at?
Well, I mean, we got to keep doing what we're doing, and we're thinking about, I might try to pull off one more t-shirt or design before the end of the year. Just trying to figure out if we want to do one for Cole for the shootout or just do a separate one. We're leaning towards just doing the Cole Train one. I mean, that'll still have FORWARDbite on it, but then next year we've got a couple ideas in the pocket. My partners really want us to get, the thing is he wants us to get a Bad Addison in every state. That's the goal. So if we can do that, we're just still on the search. There's still drivers that email every day, wanting sponsorship or wanting to work with us. And we kind of go back and check out their social media presence and see what they got going on. And we've contacted some of them right away and just keep moving on. But, it's just a matter of, do we work with less drivers and work with them more? Do we work with more drivers and not have as much contact? We're right in the middle of trying to figure out what we should do. So hopefully we haven't locked any ideas in for next year yet. We're just still kind of in the thought process. Once we get past the Tulsa shootout, then it's full 100% thinking about what we're going to do next year. So.
Absolutely. Well, this first year's took off great, and like I say, starting since April, and the way this year's been, starting off great start for sure. So definitely glad to see that. But another thing I saw, the FORWARDbite Edition computers. Tell us a little bit about those and what all they
those are new. That's John Trenka from up in New York. He races a 360 sprint car. Maybe it's a 410 too, but he kind of got hooked up with that Kelly Hebein that we sponsor. She works with those guys up there, and he kind of followed us a lot. And I chatted with him. I knew he built the computers, and I was trying to think of what our next thing is to get on the website or be able to sell. It's not apparel,
right?
Because that was kind of our goal, was just to get partnered with other companies that sell things that other racers would want. And to be able to use their network and they use our network and we kind of work together type of deal. So I got with him and I said, can we do this and give it kind of 3 different levels? And he's just been hammering them out. So it's fun to watch. It helps him. It helps us. And actually, he's working on ours right now. We're going to have one in our house. Hopefully, we have it here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll be able to do more videos and more pictures with that, and see if it'll help Cole with his racing or not. That's the goal. So.
Cool deal. That's awesome. And speaking of the computers, while we're on it, I want to thank y'all. Thank FORWARDbite for coming on with us on our little iRacing deal that we're going to do to Chicken Bone Alley Winter Nationals we're going to have.
Absolutely.
And so ties it in straight with us there, and that's awesome. And we're gonna have to get Cole on some iRacing. And
yeah, I think he's gonna need some laps. I don't know. We the first time we actually really did iRacing was down at the Chili Bowl last year. They had one of those fancy, $10,000 simulators down at iRacing. And it was, I couldn't even. I think I hit a lap. I maybe did one lap, but it was one of those $10 for 5-lap deals. And
yeah,
I think he got 3 or 4 chances on it. So he got better every lap, obviously. But I've heard nothing but great things about the iRacing. It helps with the racers, and we'll just try to make it and see if it'll help him. I might dabble with it once in a while.
There you go.
Since I'm all retired now, so maybe I'll just make a good living doing it on iRacing. I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of the Chili Bowl on iRacing, anyway, that's my only experience with that. And I will say, of all the tracks on iRacing and all the cars on iRacing, the midget and the Chili Bowl is the 2 hardest things to get around. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, good Lord, that's you're gonna
even in that fancy simulator with all the gadgets. And
yes,
I'm fresh out of a sprint car, and I get in there and I couldn't even keep it going in a straight line, even if I was half throttle. Like, what the heck? How do these guys do this?
Yes, I agree. Good Lord.
Then the next kid sits down behind me and does record time laps. I'm like, what the? It's amazing that they work those things out. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. Well, speaking of racing, let's go into the racing side a little bit. And I heard you just say, you're half retired. You're not getting back in the car any? What you gonna do?
As of right now, I'm gonna turn it all over to Coltrane. Obviously, if you guys saw today, he's got another new car coming from Driven Midwest down in Tulsa. And I was thinking about it today when I was posting about it. I'm like, I never had a brand new car, and this kid's got a brand new. This is like he got a brand new go-kart, and now he's got a brand new car, micro sprint. I'm like, I guess just give everything to my kids, whatever you got to do. But I tell everybody, I had more fun watching him this year than I did ever racing myself. So I knew it was time for me to just kind of step aside and kind of just be the owner, and hopefully we have a great time with it. So.
Well, it definitely looked like y'all have. And so, Cole, let's go back on your season a little bit, man. You started in the go-karts this year, and I know you started in some cage karts and then ran some flat karts too. Tell us just a little bit about your season.
Well, I started racing cage karts at the beginning of the season at Mini East Speedway, and then my cousin got a flat cart, so then we decided I wanted to race against him. So then I got a flat cart, and then I did pretty good through the season, won all the features and heat races in my flat cart at Little Sunset Speedway, and then I flipped my cage cart the last race at Little Sunset, and then we ended up selling that a couple weeks ago. And then now we have a micro sprint and raced that a couple weeks ago and won.
Well, hold on one second. 1 second here, because we can't just breeze over this flipping of the cage car there. we can't just bypass that, because we talked about it here on the show. I don't know if you heard it, but we talked about it pretty in depth, actually.
Yeah, we did. We've raced through some injuries, but that was a pretty bad injury, so we got to hear more about this thing.
Well, once I flipped, we don't really know what happened, but my thumb, the growth plate shattered or something.
And
yeah, it destroyed it pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
The doctor didn't know what to do, so he took in.
So talk about the night that you wrecked. What else happened after that night? That's what they're getting at there.
Well, I flipped the second lap of the race, and then I had my flat cart feature for the championship after, and I had to at least do one lap, and I ended up winning that race.
That's what I'm talking about.
pretty excited.
That's some drive there.
He might have been running on some adrenaline there, maybe. I don't know.
You.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I tell people. So he wrecked that second lap of his cage cart, and then so I run like the big dad, running into the infield to help him out. And initially, I flipped the car back over, and I'm like, "Are you good? Are you good? Are you all right? Can you go back out?" And the official goes, "Nope, can't go back out if he's flipped it." I'm like, "Well, god dang it!" So I sent him over to his mom outside the track, and I stood there in the infield waiting for that track or that race to get done. And then I pushed the cart out to the race. There was actually one feature in between his cage and his flat cart, so we had a little bit of time. And I pushed his cage cart up the hill, and then the lights were on the ambulance. So I said I figured he was over in the ambulance with his mom, so I run over there and I said, "You gonna get in this flat cart? We got to go." And my mom was there, my wife was there, the doctors or the paramedics were there. He's like, "No, he shouldn't race anymore." I'm like, "Well, he only needs to race one lap. Can he do that?" And that's why I told my wife. I was like, "He only needs to race one lap, and then he wins the championship." So she's like, "Well, he can do that." So we taped his hand up in like a ball and shoved his glove on over it. And I said, "Just go out and do one lap, pull in when you're done, and you win, and you can go home and we can go to the doctor, whatever it is." So, but I did say in asterisks, I said, "But if once you get out there, that adrenaline's gonna hit, and you're not gonna even feel it. So
That's
you
right.
no longer go ahead." So he went ahead and he finished the whole race, and then when he came in, you could just see the pain in his eyes once he got in the pits. And I'm like, "Well, you're good. Get out of here." So I went with his mom. So it was a pretty big deal. They called him Iron Man for a little bit after that. So it was a pretty big deal.
Well, he earned that nickname. Promise. So, moving on from that, won the championship first year racing in go-karts, period, and then decided to jump in a micro sprint here a few weeks ago. Tell us about that.
Well, we went to KC Raceway. That was my first race ever in a micro sprint, and I didn't know how to shift it at the beginning, and I still don't. But my heat race, I started on the pole and just went through the race and
You won.
And I won.
You won by about a half lap on that one. So
Jesus.
And then that made me start on the pole of the feature, and then I did the same thing I did in the heat race and left them, and then lapped the guy in last and won that. So pretty happy.
I'm telling you. I mean, you don't know how to shift. That's just when the phrase comes in. When in doubt, just throttle out. I mean, just
That's
go.
it. That's all you got to do. Well, what's the difference? And I know it's huge, but tell us what the difference is driving a micro sprint versus a flat cart or even a cage cart, a champ buggy, whatever you want to call them.
Well, the flat cart, it's way lower and you're laying down more, and it doesn't. Well, apparently the micro sprint and flat cart a micro sprint doesn't go that much faster than my go-karts. So, but it feels like it's going faster and has a lot more power.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's got a little more power. The throttle's pretty sensitive on the thing, and you can
Right.
tell that the most when they're trying to start. All the little kids that were trying to just get going, you barely touch that throttle and it's maxed out. So shifting and just basically letting out the clutch and rolling is pretty scary when you're running through the pits.
I bet.
Oh, yeah.
I bet. Well, getting on the track even, I mean, the driver control in steering wheel and with your right foot has got to be totally different in flat carts. I mean, we grew up running flat carts for years, and, basically you just got to be smooth, and the less you can turn that steering wheel, the better you are. But I know it's got to be totally different running micro sprints. So, it's really cool. That's going to help you a lot in driver control and drivability for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, moving on.
The best part about the KC win, I guess, was we were probably 2 teeth off on gear, and he's supposed to be hitting 16,000 RPMs on that engine, when they're at the end of the straightaway, and he was only hitting 12.5, so we were way off on gear, and you could tell that by the guy that was in second place behind him. We were just screaming, and I was like, maybe we came on to something. Maybe we put the maybe we just run less RPMs. He's got more momentum and never breaks a tire. So maybe we just invented something in the micro sprint world. I don't know.
I don't want to tell nobody.
Sometimes you keep that wheel spin down. Sometimes it'll do things.
Yeah, we got to edit the show. We got to take that off.
Edit it out.
He's like, man, that car, you can hardly hear Cole go by. I'm like, what's going on out there? Are you going to give it any gas or what? But I guess he was going faster than the other guys. So
hey, that's cool.
That's all that counts.
Tire spin is you got to get that power to the ground. So that's definitely important. That's cool. That sure is.
Definitely so. Well, so after this, y'all have decided now to enter the Tulsa Shootout.
That's huge.
That's big. What made y'all come to that decision?
Well, I told him if I'd said that based on his results from that track in KC Raceway, I said we weren't going to go to the Tulsa Shootout unless he got at least one night in. And we actually were going to go over to Illinois the next night, but they rained out. We would have got 2 nights in for him, but so we came home the next day. And I said, based on those results, if he knows how to drive the car and he can keep up and not get in the way, I said we'd go to Tulsa Shootout and have some fun. And just the main goal this year, I think, is just to feel it out, not wreck the car, and check everything out and see what it is we got to do to win, next year.
Right.
Of course, we'd love to win this year and love to be up there and be competitive. That's also a goal, but the initial goal is just to get that seat time and that experience to get the wow factor off, for the next coming years. So
absolutely, the Chili Bowl jitters, get them out of the way this year for sure. That's going to be a big stage, and there's going to be people coming from all over the place. So it'll be a good experience to learn around him too. The people driving around him, and that definitely will help him a lot.
And we lucked out, with the Forward Bite, and obviously I have a whole lot more friends on Facebook now that I wouldn't have ever had without Forward Bite, of people, I might not know, but there's a whole lot of racers that have friended me. And in that process, as a rookie going down to the Tulsa Shootout, we would, if we don't know anybody or be able to park with somebody at their trailer, we get a 10 by 10 square on the concrete, and that's where you unload your toolbox and your spare parts and your car, and that's where you sit for the whole week. So
wow.
I'd actually hooked up with the guy down from Tulsa who also has a D1 car just like us, and I've talked to him a little bit about some other things, and he's like, well, I got a spot at our pit, so we're actually going to be, right up towards the track on the other end from where we would have been without having this connection, and it's actually right behind the driven trailer, so the people that make his car, so we're going to be right around with everybody we want to be, and right up front.
That's perfect.
So we're going to learn a lot, and I'll be picking a lot of people's ears, that's for sure.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Well, Cole, tell us a little bit. I know you, let's go back just a second. I know you put on the on social media the other day. Y'all got a cool rap coming along, and fortunately, we were able to jump on there ourselves, and we appreciate that a whole lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Sweet.
Well, he had to go up and there he is. Talk about your new rap they're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Well,
No, he doesn't know much about the rap. He just knows that it looks cool.
He just knows. He knows exactly what he needs to That is get in it and go fast.
He knows where the seat and the pedals and steering wheels.
That is exactly what he needs to know.
That's it.
Yeah, but there are some guys that say, "Why don't you just leave the duct tape numbers on there? They're obviously good luck." So, I think I'm just not that guy. I can't ever go down there with a duct tape number. I don't know how I did it. I actually ordered numbers for the car for that weekend at KC Raceway just so it looked cool, but I didn't get them in time. So, but no, I've been working with the guy that designed our last Forward Bite shirt. He's doing the wrap, and he's the one that did the wraps for our Forward Bite edition flat carts when Bad Addison came up, and her and Cole had those matching carts. So I'm working with him for probably the rest of my shirt designs. I'm working with him, and then also he'll be doing all the cars. So it's pretty good to work with the guy, and he's not in town here, but he races, his daughter races, and we had a good time, and so it was just a good connection to have.
That's awesome. Well, tell us.
It's good to have that chicken bone right on there on the left side. We'll be excited. Obviously it's on the inside track side, so that's where all the pictures will be.
Yeah,
so it's a pretty good spot you got there.
Exactly.
Well, we sure appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. Awesome to be on there for us, so we appreciate that. But other than obviously Forward Bite and Chicken Bone Alley, tell us about your sponsors on there.
Oh, he's got his mom, Gina V Physical Therapy, who's my wife. That's our physical therapy clinic, and then we got Full Tilt Fabrication. That's a new one. They do some micro sprint stuff out of Indiana. They came on. They're going to give us some parts, and they're going to put our stickers on their cars, and we're putting their stickers on our car, kind of like we do with you guys. So we got Barrett Clinic, who's been with us for a while. 316 Strategy Group is the ones that have been working with us on our videos and photos. They've been with us for a while. Papio Pit Barbecue. It's our favorite barbecue here in town. I know it's not the same as your guys' barbecue, but it's still good enough that I go there twice a week. So,
there you go.
He's been with us for a couple of years, and let's see who else was there. And then 5-Star Wraps and Designs. They're the ones that are doing the wraps, so their sticker and stuff will be on there. We're putting some Driven on there, D1 on there a couple times. Work with them, and make it look cool. So. And then my uncle, so Cole's second great uncle, whatever you call it, Randy Vanderheiden Trucking, he's been with us for a couple of years too. So he decided to stay on and help Cole. And it's pretty awesome to have all those stickers on there like it is. So hopefully we just keep moving it on. So.
Oh yeah, well, that's awesome. And
trying to run out of room, putting sponsors everywhere. That's the thing to do. Just put them everywhere.
That's always the goal, right? You know, kind of like Ricky Bobby it.
There's the guys, and there's the way we could have went with all the same color, but I like to leave the sponsors their colors, and our cars are usually pretty colorful. I mean, I always had the white. His new car will be white, so it might actually be exactly the same as his black one, but just. This white body, white base, so same stickers and everything. So you got to match his helmet, so it's got to stick with white and silver.
Well, speaking of that helmet looks pretty good. Tell us about who did that helmet.
Noah Enos, he owns Shell Shock, so he does a lot of big time helmets too. So he's out here in Nebraska. He started racing flat carts this year with us out that Tuxedo Raceway. I met him there, and I'm like, oh, so you're the Shell Shock guy, and then. I knew he needed a new helmet anyway because his other one was, I think, the cheapest one I found at the moment. We got to have safety. So now he's got a good helmet. And, but yeah, Shell Shock does that. He's on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. He's got a lot of cool designs, and it's pretty good to work with him. So he's one of those guys that we'll probably, we get him a new helmet every year and just slap a new paint job and keeps getting cooler and cooler. So all I said is it was supposed to be a Christmas present, but you know how that is. But
well, for racers, Christmas is all year long, isn't it?
I said I wanted FORWARDbite on there somewhere, and his nickname's Coltrane, so he's one of those guys that takes it from there, and because I'm a guy that's always excited about seeing some sneak shots or whatever, and he goes, I don't do those, you'll see it when you see it. I'm like, all right.
Well then, okay. Well, cool stuff. Well, that is absolutely awesome. So, but we appreciate it. Appreciate y'all coming on here again, and we look forward to working with y'all with FORWARDbite. More and more. Keep that going and getting bigger and bigger, and also can't wait to see Coltrane there at the Tulsa Shootout and all the other races he's going to run. And it's cool to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll go. I don't know if I'll go live since my wife will be there. She's supposed to be there, so we'll have a couple others, and I don't know if I'll have. I think I'll want to go live, but I don't know what my nerves will be like at that point. There, we'll have enough videos, and I was the camera guy for the GoPro for the last race, and I didn't get it turned on, so I failed miserably at the first race. So hopefully we get some more. We get the in cars for there, and we'll make some. Because Cole, I don't know if you saw any of his vlog videos that we got on our YouTube channel. That's what we're leaning towards doing more of those this year.
Okay, cool.
With the videos. So, and actually, if you saw too that Now 600 tour that we'll be following next year, we're gonna have a lot of window time for him to be doing videos and stuff on YouTube since we'll be headed south. Looks like at least 15 weekends next year as of right now. So, and I think the closest track to us that we racing at is 4 hours. So we just want to do it. Want to get the that full national exposure and see what he can do against the big boys.
You get close to Millbridge, you come down to Millbridge. We'll have to come meet you, and there's plenty of competition up there. I promise you.
Oh, I saw it. I watched it. I'm like, if we don't have this Now 600 stuff, I think the season's over for them. We'll hit all the big shows. That's my goal. Is
awesome.
Seat time for him, and by then, we'll have both cars. We'll have 2 cars, and he can race in 3 classes if he wants. And
There you go.
he's going to get his laps in this year, whether he wants to or not, I think.
I love it. That's awesome. Well, before we get off here, let everybody know again. I know we said it before, but let everybody know again all the ways to check out Forward Bite and check out all Team Vandy stuff.
Well, Forward Bite, we got Instagram, we have Facebook page, obviously, and our website's FORWARDbiteco.com. And then the Team Vandy, we have Team Vandy page on Facebook. I think that's it for them. We also have, I think our YouTube page is Team Vandy as well, or Vandy Racing, one of the two. But we'll start posting a lot more stuff on that. But be on the lookout, though. Our sponsor, that 316 Strategy Group, next weekend, they're coming over, and we're going to do a pretty sweet hype video for Tulsa. And they're the ones that do those, the quality ones that you see on real TV. So it's pretty exciting for him to have his first little hype video. Maybe some smoke here, some darkness, and some lights, and getting in the car and coming out the trailer. So we were hoping we could get some action shots of him on the track, but that wasn't going to work out for the video. So we'll see how exciting we can make it and build up the hype, and then he has no pressure at all on him, I guess. So
None at all.
Exactly.
Well, that is awesome. So, we wish y'all the absolute best of luck, and we're definitely going to be watching and rooting and pulling for you. And I'll probably, if something don't go right, I'll be sending mad texts, why'd that guy do that?
Well, I appreciate you guys too. You guys bringing us on and coming on the car like that, and just doing these podcasts like that is a fun thing for us to do together. And it'd definitely be fun. But also, as of right now, I don't know if they're doing the whole week or not, but they're supposed to be putting it on that Flow Racing TV.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it should be live. And but like I said too, I don't know if they start that for just Saturday, the main events, or they just do it all week. So
from what I heard, that they're going to have pretty much everything on there, and then as soon as it comes to the actual Chili Bowl, it's going to switch to MAV TV. So hopefully, finally, we'll be able to see all the smaller classes be able to run on Flow Racing. So
even the replays right now, they only show the top 2 outlaws at the Tulsa shootout.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
but
cool.
I'll be videoing it. We'll have his in car. We'll make some sweet videos on the way home, and plenty of time to keep working at it. So
absolutely, best of luck to you guys, and we sure do appreciate it, bud.
All right, man. Appreciate you guys too.
All right, thank you. All right, how about old Mark and Cole Train there?
Awesome, man. Hey, like you said, and like we've said, they are growing like crazy. Can't wait to see what next year has in tow for them. It's gonna be big, and I hope they do well at the old Chili Bowl, man. It's gonna be a big stage for sure.
The shootout there, the Tulsa shootout, that's gonna be a big and gonna be nice, gonna be cool. And as he said, they got a lot of races coming up after that, lined up for next year with Forward Bite on the car. So y'all need to go get you some regardless. Get you some Forward Bite apparel.
Go get it. Especially, hey, even like we said, if you need a new computer, iRacing computer,
there it is.
Go get it. It's made specifically for it. Go get it.
Well, let's go back to iRacing real fast. We talked about the sponsors, stuff like that. I want to throw out a little bit of rules that we're going to go by on this. First of all, it's pretty much going to be iRacing's officiating, I guess you say. I'm going to be there. If there needs to be a caution thrown out, I can throw the caution. Under very little circumstances will I rescind a black flag. That is sometimes, but probably not going to happen very much. So just warning you guys beforehand, we ain't doing no crazy wave around for everybody in the field. Where you race
if you
where
wreck,
you finish.
If you wreck, you get a lap down, you're going to have to work your way back around.
Yeah, well, this is real racing.
We're going to turn Lucky Dogs on or no?
Yeah, we're going to have Lucky Dogs.
All right, Lucky Dogs will be on. So you work your way up, get your Lucky Dog, and you get it back. But we're not going to just keep on continuously giving wave rounds.
No, not for this type series. I mean, if we were just playing around with a series, fine. But being that we, racing for money on here, and looks like it's going to be some pretty good money in this points fund. 8 race series. So it's gonna be good. Gonna be real good. Couple of things. We're gonna have I'm gonna get up a Discord channel. We'll make a good one for it for everybody to come in. We'll have, like we said, on most nights we'll have 50 minutes of practice, and then we'll have we're gonna set it up as a 10-minute qualifying session. But the reason we're having that 10-minute qualifying session is we're going to let everybody qualify. And then after everybody has qualified, we're going to do a driver's meeting. And you know, give everybody a chance to do whatever they need to
Go
real
pee,
fast.
whatever you need to do.
Fix you a drink, whatever you need to do. And then we're going to get racing. And like I said, I will be officiating. Point system on this one kind of going to be a little backwards from a lot of things, but it's going to be really simple. If you finish first in the race, we're not giving points for qualifying. We're not getting any points for heat races. Points come from race only. If you finish first, you get 1 point. Finish second, you get 2 points, and so on and so on and so on.
End of the season, less points, win it.
Wins. Also, one of the big things here, and I'm actually not even going to be able to share it with Sterling because he's racing in it.
What the F, man?
Well, I mean, I can't show favorites, Bo. I can't show favorites.
Dang. I need all the help I can get.
We are going to have, there's going to be heat races for every race. We're going to qualify and then heat races, as we said. All right, going into the feature, there is going to be an invert. I'm going to, by myself, I'll probably get Landon, my son, to come in there and draw it for me. I'm going to have him draw a number, and that is going to be the invert for
How many
feature.
numbers?
And that's what's fixing to go. It's going to be 0 through, 1 through 6.
So there's going to be at least one invert.
No, not necessarily.
If you draw one, you're inverting just top spot. So first and second we invert, or
Do we need to do 0 through 6?
I mean I don't know.
Yeah, let's do 0 through 6. You could start on pole. You could start 6th.
Okay.
So we're gonna draw 0 through 6.
0 being there's no
invert.
There's no invert. 3 being the top 3.
Exactly.
6 being top 6.
Exactly.
All right.
So I'm gonna get him, and the reason I have to get him to draw that before the race is because we would like to draw that live, right before the race, but we can't do that with the way iRacing is set up.
Yeah, you have to do it before you start the server.
Yeah, you got to do it before you start the server. So I'm gonna get him to draw it, and we'll go from there on the server.
That'd be cool.
So I think that's the fair way to do it.
Yeah, I think it'll go good, and it'll be exciting.
Gonna be fun. Gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just hope everybody just runs clean and has a good time. And
yeah, we're not taking no dirty driving crap. I will black flag for dirty driving.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just run clean and don't try to win on the first lap. These gonna be long races. I mean, 50-lap legend car races. We're gonna run 100-lap and 150-lap, whatever. Just take your time, guys, and have fun with it. And if you're faster than the guys in front of you, you'll get around them. It might not be in this very lap, but you'll get around them. Just take your time and have fun.
Pull the Earnhardt on them, intimidate them, pressure them a little bit. They'll eventually get over.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be fun. So, like we said, we appreciate everybody coming on. Palmetto Machine and Fabrication, SRI, FORWARDbite, definitely. Also Checkered.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, guys, anybody that's got a G27 wheel,
G29,
G29 wheel, G920,
25,
Logitech wheels, essentially.
All Logitech wheels.
You got time, go ahead and look up and get you an adapter ordered for your wheel, or you can put your SRI or any wheel you want to put on.
MPI.
Go to SRI and get the MPI adapter wheel, plate, whatever it is. Sorry, I can't watch this show anymore. I'm turning it off. check them out. Get it. You got time to get it ordered and get it to you. Simple to bolt up. There's nothing to it. I got one on my wheel right now, so definitely get that. It helps a lot getting out of that little teeny wheel that comes with Logitech.
Yep, definitely so. Definitely so. We both got, I think you got a 14-inch wheel. I think I got a 15-inch wheel on mine. Thought about putting an 18 on mine one time. And I was like,
Hey, Davo, you want to get one off a school bus? Jesus.
I actually had one time. I thought it might have been too heavy.
Good God Almighty. Yeah.
I like leverage, bro. Leverage.
Obviously.
Anyway, cool. Well, so yeah, go to SRI for all those needs on there. Also, you guys, while we're at it, right here in the off season, a little bit off season might get around here, especially. Make sure you stop by Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, get you all the materials you will need to fix that car back up. And while you rebuild, go get some Draco Springs.
Yeah, absolutely. Get what you got to get. Now's the time. Get it done.
www.sriperformance.com, www.stockcarsteel.com.
Sweet.
And use promo code CBONE10 at checkout to get you 10% off. That is C as in
chicken.
Got it right.
Got it right.
BONE10.
Absolutely right. Go get it.
Go get it. Well, cool. Well, this past weekend, we didn't end up having much.
Kind of let down a little bit. We talked Will last week, and he was headed to Cochran to
right down the road from his house.
Yeah, right down the road there, and he was going to run the crates and the supers both in the same weekend, and Manny qualifying or practice qualifying heat races all. He was there, bud.
He looked good. Man, he looked good. Crates, he was fastest thing out there. Him and Kyle Bronson.
Kyle Bronson, yeah,
was kind of the fastest thing out there. In the crates. Supers, I think he qualified third fastest time. Started in the heat with Brandon Overton in a super heat and finished second to Overton in the heat. Will Harrington's great heat race straight away. I mean, just left him.
That boy's strong, man.
I really think he'd have had something for him. I'm telling you, I think he'd have been right there even in the super. Being that he don't even run super that much, I think he'd have been right there.
Oh, absolutely.
He looked good. Real good.
So the rain kind of set in, and
yeah, they wasn't expecting it at all. It was supposed to be morning showers and everything be gone, but
yeah,
apparently something slowed down and kind of rained all day.
Yeah, it took it out of there, and they had to reschedule. And I can't remember the date. Is it March?
March something. It's March something. They're gonna run the Gobbler, but they said they're gonna run it on a Friday night, and then having another money race, 5,000, 10,000, something like that to win on that Saturday.
Okay.
So
well,
but that'd be good. I wish it wasn't so far away.
Yeah, it's a good little ride for us, but
well, I'm saying as far as date wise.
Oh yeah. I know it. I hate that, but they guess they had to move it where they could, whatever. But looking forward to that, and hopefully Will can be right there in contention for sure. And
I definitely think he will
take them home both, man.
That'd be nice. Be real nice.
Yep, sure would. Another buddy of ours, old Derek Griffiths, like we said here earlier, he's down at Pensacola, Florida, getting ready for the Snowball Derby.
5 flags.
As is maybe 60 other ones. I don't know, 60-something other ones. There is a pile of cars down there for that race. Hated we couldn't make it this year. I really wanted to go. Couldn't do it. Kind of work got in the way of that. But
I watched, I was checking out on Facebook today, just the haulers driving in. And they had Derek on there even. They kind of highlighted him when he come in. And, man, that's crazy how a late model show that they put on like that.
I love it.
Oh, I do too.
I love the fact that they, go back to the short tracks and take time with these guys and bring them up on the big stage like this. It's really cool. And, it's a big deal because all these Chase Elliott and Noah Gregson and Kyle Busch, Grant, all these people come back to try to run this race. So
Brandon Finger. Yeah.
it's a huge race. Not only for the weekly short track guys, but for people that's been running these late models for years. They want to come back to it. So it's a big deal. It really is. And like I said, they got the qualifying order draw going on tonight. It's live on Speed 51. We're watching it now a little bit, but tomorrow they're going to have, I guess, practice and qualifying tomorrow sometime.
That's Friday, right?
Qualifying's Friday.
Yeah.
Practice is tomorrow.
Thursday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be a weekend full of racing. Like we said, Brooke Store, she's going to run, I think, Saturday night on the Outlaw.
Yep, Outlaws 50 lap, Outlaw 50, I think it is.
Yeah.
Something like that. So check her out, forward bike driver herself, and we even threw a little bit her way. I think that's her name, so I'm gonna be somewhere on the hood or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. Cool.
Definitely check them all out. If you can, subscribe. Speed 51. I know it's kind of pricey, whatever, but subscribe to Speed 51 and get the pay-per-view deal for that for this weekend.
I will go on record and saying, because we're not affiliated with them at all, I'm not a fan of their model there.
Well, I mean, I know they got to make money. They got to do this. There's a lot of coverage for them and all that. I get it. This is their biggest race that's on Speed 51.
It is,
period.
but I'm not a fan of, and I've said this before with others, they're not the only one, but I'm not a fan of having to pay monthly for something, and then when a race comes up,
then you got to pay.
You got to pay for it also.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I wish they'd make it to where it was, you paid a monthly membership fee and it's all there for you. But it's kind of pricey. It is. I think the 4-day deal was like $60 or $80.
Well, I did the Black Friday special, which was I think $62.
Yeah, regularly I think it's $80.
And then you have to subscribe to at least a month of it.
That's it's nice.
Right?
$10 a month, so you got to at least subscribe for that to get it, to watch it.
So, I think being that the Black Friday special is off, I think now you're pretty much going to pay about, I'm guessing $85 to $90 to watch this race.
The whole weekend.
4 days. 4 days.
Yeah, I mean, I think just to watch the snowball, I think it's $30. I think on Sunday. But anyway, just check it out. Go to Speed51, check it out. Definitely watch. Pull on Derek, your guys there, and watch a good race. It's always a good race there. We watched it probably the last 3-4 years. It's definitely worth getting for sure.
Definitely is. Well, a little bit of NASCAR news, I guess. I saw today, I reposted it. Daytona is going to be limited capacity. They're already announcing for the 500.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. They said earlier on that it was going to be full and whatever. It was going to be all fine. Yeah. And then the way all this supposedly is jacking back up as much as it is, I kind of figured that they was going to do that.
Okay. Vaccine's coming.
I probably ain't going to.
I'm not either. I'm going to let a few more other people get it.
I'm going to see what it is.
If they start growing horns, I ain't
doing it. They can track you or stuff. I ain't doing it, bro. So we'll see. Like I said, a little bit as far as what we got racing-wise this week. Not a whole lot going on. Some more coming up for next week. Snowball. Hopefully, like I said, we'll be interviewing Derek off of a win. That'd be awesome. Regardless, may try to get him back and let him talk a little bit about how his experience was down at Snowball, and looking forward to that for sure. And we'll have the winner of our inaugural race, our first race from our inaugural Chicken Bone Alley Winter Nationals iRacing season.
Yep.
We'll have them on the show to talk about the race and how it went. First week is Dirt Legends at, what is it, Lanier Dirt. So definitely be checking that out. Not totally out of the question yet. We might try to get the show on Twitch. Hopefully we can. If so, we'll definitely post post all that where you can check it out and click the link and watch it. And Dave will try to commentate as best he can while he's doing everything else.
If not, I'll definitely save the file and post it to YouTube.
Yeah, sweet.
And maybe do a little voiceover stuff on it.
Hey, do what you can. We're learning on all of it. So everybody bear with us and just have a good time with it for sure. We're not a professional at that.
Yeah, definitely so. Anybody out there listening does Twitch stuff, at least knows how to do Twitch stuff, and you want to get in the league, let me know. We'll work something out if you want to broadcast it on your Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely. Heck yeah.
We can do that. So, but anyway, well, like I said, not much racing. Talk about this past weekend. Everything kind of rained out. I know Jimmy Owens won up at, oh God, what was that?
411.
Yep. Jimmy Owens did win up there, but I didn't watch it because I was watching Cochran. Trying to watch Cochran. Well, they didn't have it on anything anyway, so.
Right.
No. But anyway, so I guess that's about it for the week. I want to thank again, as always, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs, Arcade Motorsports Consulting, Randy Keene, our buddy over there. Also, Forward Bite, definitely, as we said, y'all go check them out. Go get you some new shirts. Go get awesome Christmas presents. I just went on there as I told them, and I ordered some. I think I ordered some koozies.
Sweet.
I ordered me some helmet visor strips.
Yeah, I like those.
I'm gonna need them.
Yeah, definitely.
I like them. So ordered.
It's getting cold down here.
A few
I'm
other
get us some hoodies, man.
Yeah, we got to do that. We got to do that too. Also, Checkered Race Hub.
Yeah, RMAX Solutions for sure. Check them guys out again. Like I say, every week. In the manufacturing industry, in racing industry, whatever they needed, sheet metal work, you name it. They got anything you need to help you out. Welding supplies, plasma cutters, water jets, press brakes, whatever, they got it. Check them out. Call them up. They can, if you got something already, they can get some parts for it. They can fix you up. They can repair parts, repair products, get you new machines. They can get you good deals on used machines and tear them down, bring them up, set them up in your shop, whatever you need. Just check them out. Help them guys out for sure. They're trying to get going here good, so let's give them some help.
Definitely so. So y'all go check all them out, and we appreciate y'all listening in, and we'll be seeing you
later.